Many of you know me from my films, from portraying legendary figures like IP Man, but my lifelong passion beyond the screen has always been martial arts. And central to that world are the weapons. Throughout history, China has produced some of the most iconic and deadly weapons known to man. From the elegant jian to the mighty guandao, these tools of war have shaped dynasties and inspired countless legends. In this series, we're going to embark on a journey through time, exploring 18 of the most fascinating Chinese cold weapons. We'll delve into their history, their craftsmanship, and the deadly techniques that made them famous. Whether you're a seasoned martial artist, a history enthusiast, or simply curious about these ancient tools of combat, join me as we uncover the secrets of these legendary weapons. The saber. A weapon that embodies raw power and ferocity. One swing, and you can feel its force like a tiger clawing its prey. Unlike the precision of a sword, the saber is about bold, sweeping movements, overwhelming your opponent with sheer strength. Forged from bronze, steel, and sometimes even heavier metals, a good saber could cleave through iron like it was paper. On the battlefield, the glint of sunlight on its blade would strike fear into the hearts of any soldier unfortunate enough to face it. Imagine a warrior charging into the fray, saber held high. He doesn't care for fancy footwork or intricate defenses. He meets force with greater force, each swing carrying the momentum of a charging bull. That's the essence of the saber. It's not about elegance, it's about power. It's about breaking through defenses and ending the fight decisively. A true warrior's weapon. Now, the halberd. Here's a weapon that speaks to the strategist in me. It's not just about brute force, though it has plenty of that. The halberd is about reach, versatility, adaptability. Imagine yourself on a battlefield, facing down both infantry and cavalry. With its long shaft and curved blade, the halberd allows you to keep your distance, controlling the space around you. You can hook enemy weapons, unhorse riders, and strike with surprising speed. Its length is deceptive. It can transition from a defensive posture to a swift offensive strike in the blink of an eye. And unlike some weapons that specialize in one type of attack, the halberd offers a variety: hooking, pecking, thrusting. But the story of the halberd doesn't end on the battlefield. As warfare evolved, it transitioned from a practical weapon to a symbol of authority. Think about that for a moment. This weapon, once wielded by soldiers in the thick of combat, became a mark of rank, a ceremonial object signifying the rise from warrior to general. It's a testament to the halberd's legacy, its evolution from a tool of war to an emblem of power and prestige. It reminds us that true strength lies not just in physical prowess, but also in leadership and strategic thinking. And that's the beauty of studying these weapons. They're not just pieces of metal, they're reflections of history, of culture, of the evolution of warfare itself. The sword, a weapon so elegant, so precise, it's practically an art form in itself. In the right hands it becomes an extension of the warrior's will, flowing like water, striking like lightning. Unlike the raw power of the saber, the sword is all about control, about finesse. A true swordsman doesn't rely on brute strength but on speed, agility, and an almost instinctive understanding of their weapon. Every move has a purpose, every parry, every thrust designed to exploit an opponent's weakness. You see, in Chinese culture, the sword is more than just a weapon. It's a symbol of honor, of nobility. To receive a sword as a gift is a sign of deep respect, a recognition of your character and worth. It's a responsibility not to be taken lightly. I've always believed that a true martial artist respects their weapon, understands its power, and uses it only when absolutely necessary. The sword, with its deadly grace and elegance, embodies that philosophy perfectly. The staff. Simple, unassuming, yet incredibly versatile. It's the weapon you find in the hands of peasants and masters alike. It's said that the staff is the ancestor of all weapons, the foundation from which countless other forms evolved. Think about it. The spear, the halberd, even the nunchaku, they all trace their lineage back to this humble piece of wood. There's a certain beauty in that, don't you think? The most basic of tools, transformed into a weapon of surprising power and complexity. When you wield a staff, you feel its length become an extension of your own reach. The wood sings as it cuts through the air, a blur of motion capable of deflecting blows, tripping opponents, and delivering bone-jarring strikes. They say no man in the world can resist a perfectly straight staff. And you know what? They're right. It's a weapon that demands respect, even in its simplicity. The battle axe. Now this is a weapon that doesn't get enough credit. People see its size, its weight, and they think it's all about brute force. But they couldn't be more wrong. The battle axe is a dancer, fluid and unpredictable, a whirlwind of steel in the hands of a skilled warrior. Don't let its size fool you. This weapon is all about speed, about using your opponent's expectations against them. It excels in close quarters, where its shorter length becomes an advantage, allowing for lightning-fast strikes and unexpected angles of attack. One moment it's chopping down, the next it's slicing upwards, catching your opponent off guard, disrupting their balance. The crescent-shaped guard isn't just for show either. It can be used to hook weapons, to trap limbs, to disarm and disable with surprising ease. The battle axe is a weapon for those who understand that true strength lies not just in power, but in adaptability, in using your enemy's weaknesses against them. It's a weapon of deception, of cunning, and in the right hands, it's absolutely devastating. The hook, a weapon as elegant as it is deadly. It's a testament to the ingenuity of ancient Chinese weapon design, capable of both offense and defense in equal measure. Unlike the brute force of some weapons, the hook relies on leverage and technique, making it a favorite among martial artists who value precision and control. Now, the hook itself is a masterpiece of craftsmanship. Picture this, a curved hook, sharp as a falcon's talon, designed to snag and control an opponent's weapon. Then you have the straight blade, a flash of lightning capable of delivering swift, decisive cuts. And let's not forget the arched edge and the dagger-like point, both ready to exploit any opening in your opponent's defenses. But the true beauty of the hook lies in its versatility. It's not just about brute strength, you see. It's about flowing movements, about adapting to your opponent's attacks like water flowing around a rock. Hooking, locking, trapping, lifting. These are just a few of the techniques that make this weapon so formidable. In the hands of a master, the hook becomes an extension of the body, a whirlwind of motion capable of disarming and disabling opponents with terrifying speed. Remember, this weapon demands respect. It's not a plaything, but a tool of combat, and should be treated with the utmost caution and discipline. The trident, a weapon as recognizable as it is ancient. You see those 2 or 3 prongs at the end of a long shaft? Simple, yet effective. Imagine facing that on the battlefield. Not a comforting thought, is it? Most people don't know that the trident started as a fisherman's tool. Imagine that, from hauling in fish to hauling down enemies. It goes to show that the line between everyday objects and weapons is often very thin. The trident's strength lies in its simplicity. You block, you thrust, you trap, you target the abdomen, the chest, any vital area. And believe me, one good thrust from a trident can end a fight very quickly. They say it was considered the nemesis of swords and sabers. Think about that for a moment. This unassuming weapon, often overlooked, had the power to counter some of the most iconic weapons in history. That tells you everything you need to know about the trident's effectiveness. The whip, a weapon of elegance and brutality. Don't let the simplicity fool you. In the right hands, a whip is as deadly as any blade. It requires skill, precision, and a certain understanding of distance and timing. You have 2 main types, the rigid metal whip and the flexible one. The metal whip is like a close cousin of the mace, but don't confuse them. The mace is all about blunt force, while the whip, even the metal one, has a deceptive speed and agility. The flexible whip, now that's where things get interesting. Made from braided leather or something similar, it takes years of practice to master. You need to control the force, the trajectory, the vary of the whip. It's not just about brute strength, you see. It's about finesse. It's about using your opponent's strength against them. It's about delivering a swift, decisive strike that can disarm, disable, or even kill. The whip is not a weapon to be underestimated. We've journeyed through history, explored the evolution of weapons, and witnessed the ingenuity of Chinese warfare. From the brute force of the saber to the deceptive agility of the whip, each weapon tells a story. But these weapons are more than just tools of war. They are an embodiment of Chinese culture, philosophy, and artistry. They represent the dedication, discipline, and mastery that are hallmarks of Chinese martial arts. Remember, true strength lies not just in physical power but in wisdom, strategy, and understanding. The weapons we've discussed are a testament to that belief. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May you always walk the path of peace, but never forget the lessons of history. Until next time.